This is the TV news for Tuesday, January 4th. Hello, I'm Jeff Grimshaw, hoping you had a great holiday season. But let's get back to business. 414 years ago, Bill Shakespeare wrote, quote, "Uneasy is the head that wears the crown." Well, with us now is our very own king of new media, John Leland, to tell us why Shakespeare's axiom still rings true, especially in the area of video content for internet-connected TV. John.
Hey, Jeff, Happy New Year, and Happy New Year to everybody out there watching internet video, watching television, or just plain old watching life. The king that wears the crown in terms of online video obviously is YouTube. And that evidence is apparent recently. They announced last week for 2010, they had a really mind-boggling 700 billion views. If you do the math, they were doing about 1.7 billion views at the beginning of 2010, and by the end, they were over 2 billion views a day. And that all added up to over 700 billion views during the past year. So they are the king that wears the crown. But a new research report from the NPD group doing market research into internet-connected TVs found that they were not number one in terms of the streaming content that internet-connected TV viewers are watching. Number one in that market is Netflix, according to this report. About 56% of the viewers reported that they were looking at streaming Netflix with their connected devices. Only about 47% were viewing YouTube. So YouTube watching was still big. But I think that it says something important about the way that that particular niche, those that are watching internet video in the living room, are using their devices. It's still very much that lean back environment where, there's some people that still want to veg out in front of the TV and really don't want to jump around from thing to thing. And I think that it also speaks to the interface that YouTube has through some of these devices. So the simplicity of entertainment and watching movies and TV shows via Netflix makes a lot of sense. Full disclosure, I'm doing some consulting now with a company that is coming up with a new kind of video paradigm, a new kind of interface for browsing video. But it's really, anytime you're doing a paradigm shift, you're asking users to move up to another level. All of this is going to continue to evolve, but it's interesting that Netflix could really be in a position to out-smoke, if you will, YouTube in its own backyard. So that's a reminder that we're still transitioning as fast as this is moving, and in a world where in a year you can do 700 billion views via a service and not be number one in the internet-connected TV market, tells you something about where we're going.
Well, buckle up your seatbelts, buckle up your crown. It's going to be an amazing ride in 2011. We thank you, John, and we will see you next week.
New Media, New Marketing is brought to you by Combridges, your internet and multi-screen marketing go-to guys. Visit us at combridges.com.
John Roberts, CNN's exiled co-host of American Morning, well, he was supposed to return quietly to Atlanta for national correspondent duties. Au contraire, say the now many reports which have Roberts defecting over to arch-rival Fox News. These very same reports have Roberts assuming a similar national correspondent role, and he'll be based in the ATL. And finally, 60s TV spy/siren Anne Francis has passed away, and we have a clip for you of the very luscious and lethal Honey West in action. Thank you, Anne Francis. Go West, young man. Honey West.
Future events and opportunities brought to you by Dude Walker. Get the best voice. Get the best price. Get Dude at dudewalker.com.
Hey, did you see all 3 parts of the second annual Duh Awards? Well, you can still see it by clicking on our archives at the tvnews.tv. And by the way, Duh Awards viewership is up by nearly 70% over 2009, and we have only you to thank for that. So thanks. And speaking of the tvnews.tv viewership over the holidays, the TV News eclipsed 250,000 views by media execs and pros just like you. So now is the time to become a sponsor of the TV News and take advantage of these fabulous numbers. To get started, email us at advertise@thetvnews.tv. And that about does it for this edition of the TV News. We will be back tomorrow in force with top news, and Susan Hibben will be back to take the programming pulse. I'm Jeff Grimshaw. We thank you for watching, and as always, go out and make it a good day.